Hey, how you doing? It's your buddy Gang, and thank you for clicking on this video. Today I've got for you our 7 video 4 of the 24-hour money making series. A little challenge I've set myself to see how much money I can make from 0 GP in 24 hours using 24 different money makers, doing each for a single hour. Currently at hour 7 at 1,077,302 GP, and I thought I'd go ahead and invest most of that money into some magic leaves and some sharks to turn them into forester rations. Now I'll be 100% honest, there's been an issue with the recording, and this is why you're seeing it like this right now. I actually showed the beginning, I showed me buying all of it, but for some reason it didn't record my screen correctly, so all you can actually hear is me talking in the background and a completely frozen screen. So we're going to pick it up from here. We are just over half an hour through, and we have got another 600 or so magic leaves to use. We bought 1,500 sharks and 1,500 magic leaves, which left us with 24,302 GP after we bought all of them. So we invested most of our money. Now, when we went ahead and bought them, I was talking about the old school RuneScape Wikipedia page and what I was looking at, which you'll see on the screen right about now, which is telling me I've been making around about 190 GP profit. Now, the issue with that is the magic leaves weren't buying for 12 GP. They actually bought for significantly more, was about 229 GP, which obviously then seems to eat all the profit up. But because the sharks also bought for less, we end up working out okay. And with the forester rations actually selling for 26 GP each, we should be looking at around about 300k profit come the end of this hour. So what's involved in this is pretty much what you're seeing right now. All you have to do is buy yourself some magic leaves, buy yourself some sharks, use the magic leaves on the sharks, and every 1.8 seconds it does the action for you. It's a pretty AFK chill way, a minute in inventory roughly. So my estimation was about 1,500 to 1,600 across the hour. I only had enough money for 1,500 of them, so that's what we went with. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to get this finished up. We've got 26 minutes left on the clock. So I'm going to go ahead and get this finished up, and I'll see you at the very end of it, and let's have a little workout how much money we've actually made doing this. Hopefully we're going to make that 300k, like I reckon. So we've come to the end of the 1,500 total now. It hasn't been quite an hour, we're a couple of minutes short, but I think we're going to go ahead and call it there anyway. That's 54,000 rations made all in all. Now obviously you saw the start, I kind of messed up the recording process, but hopefully it's worked out okay. Now the big thing about this is, if this has paid off, then we've made a decent amount of money and actually earned some good cooking experience. We've gained around about 75,000 cooking XP in the hour, and you could probably bump that up to 80k. I was a little bit lax on it. I reckon you could probably do somewhere around about the 16 to 1700 of them, I reckon, in an hour. So let's go ahead and get all this tidied up, get all these up for sale and work out exactly how much money we have made. Like it says there is a actively traded price of 26 GP. So that's actually what we're going to stick it up for. 26 GP, which is then going to be 1.4 mil. See if they instant sell at 26 GP. Most, they're selling pretty quick at 26 GP. Almost half of them sold pretty much instantly. So what we're actually going to go ahead and do is we're going to give that a little bit of time. I mean, it's going up as we speak. We are well over half now. So that's definitely going to sell with no issues whatsoever. We're just over half, 7.4 mil. So we're definitely going to be looking at a decent amount of money made. So I will see you once these have sold. So we are here to collect the money from the forester rations. They sold within the hour. So we're collecting 1.42 mil there. More sold for actually more than what I put them in for. So I put them in for 26 coins each. I was meant to get 1.404. You ended up with 1421, which is really, really nice. So we go ahead and collect that. That means we are finishing our 7 on 1,445,446 GP. I really like that number. So that means in the last hour, we made over 360k. We nearly made 400k in all fairness, which is an amazing bump up. So 1,445,446. That is brilliant. So that is our 7. Let's see what we can get up to with our 8. So now on to our 8. The eighth moneymaker in the 24-hour money-making series that I'm doing. We ended up our 7 on 1.4 mil, 1,1445446 to be exact. And now we are going to be reinvesting that money into some more items and making some more stuff. So what we're actually going to go ahead and make is birdhouses. Now, for anyone who hasn't done birdhouses on old school RuneScape, you don't know what you're missing. I can't believe there would be anybody out there that hasn't made birdhouses. But I've be honest, I've only just started, and oh my god, it is incredible. Anyway, so to make birdhouses, you need logs and clockwork, and every single birdhouse is going to make you some profit. Redwoods are going to be the best ones for the most amount of profit. 222 GP at the time of recording this, and they sell over 50,000 times a day, which is amazing. Then we're going to be moving on through. Mahogany is going to be the next best one, 118 GP profit, but only 9 to 10,000 of them sell per day. Use sell 30,000 times, but only 76 GP profit. Magics sell 38,000 times, only 88 GP profit. And then you go into the lower ones, Maples, more money, more profit than Use and Magics, don't get me wrong, but only selling 3,000 times a day. So obviously you want to be doing something which is going to be selling so you can make some money. And it works based off your crafting level. Maples, you need 45 crafting. Mahoganies, you need 50. Crafting, you need 60. Sorry, crafting. Use, you need 60 crafting. Magic, you need 75. And Redwoods, you need 90. So we're going to go ahead and make some birdhouses. Now my crafting level is 85, which means I could do the magics if I wanted to. There is a profit of 88. Now I can make a profit of 88 GP. Now the issue we're going to have with that is the cost of goods for the magics are going to be quite high. I could move on to Use, and the cost of goods are definitely going to be a lot lower. And we're still going to pretty much guarantee to get sales, because we are going to, well, they sell 32,000 times a day. So Mahoganies are where the extra bit of money is going to be, though. And I could take a punt on them. They will sell. It's just about how long they take to sell. Really, that's all it is. 1.2 seconds. The cost of goods there. So the total cost of goods to make a mahogany one is 1191. We get a profit of 118 GP. My total cost of goods for the Use is 1029. Slightly less profit, but selling 32,000 times. So we go ahead and get the calculator up. We can make roughly each one in about 1.2 seconds. So that means we can make around about 13 in inventory, because we need one slot to be the hammer. So that means we can make our inventory's worth in 15 seconds by the time we then rebank. You're looking at 13 made every 30 seconds. So that's 26 a minute, which is about 1,500 in total. So I think we're going to go ahead and do this. Probably going to make 1,000 of them. first of all, and then work our way through. And what I do is I keep the cash stack down in the bottom right hand corner out. So we do 1,000 of these. We're looking at 293, and then 1,000 clockworks for 736. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and get everything bought, and then I will see you at the start of the hour. Right, so here we are, ready and waiting. We have bought 1,000 new logs and 1,000 clockwork. I was going to keep the money on me at all times, the money that was left over from buying 1,000 of each. However, I need a hammer and a chisel to be able to do this method. Now, this isn't going to yield the most amount of profit. Working it out, I'll be looking at somewhere in the region of 120 to 150k, roughly across this hour. However, if I was doing the highest one, the redwoods at 90 crafting, then I'd be making about 350k per hour. So you're definitely worthwhile doing, but I'm just being wary because I haven't gone for the most profitable one, but I've gone for the one which is still profit, but is definitely going to get some sales. So we're here, we're ready. We have 416k left over after buying 1,000 U logs and 1,000 clockworks. So we're going to go ahead and get this going, make a couple hundred of them, get them up for sale, that sort of stuff. We're going to be doing it as we're setting them up, as we're doing them essentially. But there we go, time's over, ready, steady, go. All I have to go and do is hit use on the logs and then straight onto the clockwork. And there we have it. Nice and easy. Doesn't take long whatsoever. Pretty chill. We're going to be getting some passive crafting experience, 45 XP per one. If I can make the 1,500 in the 1,500 in the hour that I'm sort of estimating, then you'll be looking at somewhere in the region of, why has that done that? You're looking at somewhere in the region of 60k crafting experience per hour making these particular ones. Obviously, the higher tier the birdhouse, the more experience you get. So I'll see you maybe at the first break point, maybe half an hour in, who knows. I'll see you along the way. I'm just making the last inventory of them now. We made 1,000 of them. We had about sort of 9-10 minutes left. I bought another 130 of them. And then we're going ahead and going to get them all sold. Now I have put them in at the actively traded price of 1,100. They're not quite selling for that at the moment. Sorry, I have put them in at the GE price of 1,100. They're not quite selling them for that right now. However, I have faith that they are going to sell. So I did sell a couple of them for slightly less, but worked out that if I did sell them for as little as I wouldn't be making any money. So I'm going to keep them in for the 1,105, and then we're going to have a little look at to see how long they take to sell. We had a total cash stack of 315,000 left over after buying the other 130. If we sell all of these, we take going up to 450k. We then sell that, we'll be going up to 1.55 mil. So we're probably only going to make around about 100k, which means this isn't going to be a brilliant money making method. The one thing I would like to point out though is obviously this is a fairly low level one. But if we go ahead and look at not the mahogany, the redwood birdhouses, then the redwood birdhouses are selling for 1,662, which only requires 90 crafting. So I might actually get myself up to 90 crafting and give it a go. But there's a lot more money. If we go ahead and have a little look at redwood logs, for example, they're selling for 652. We then do the clockwork on top, which is 728. At 652, you're looking at 1,380. And then the fact that the redwood birdhouses are selling for 1,662 means that there is a 280 GP profit margin there per one. If we've managed to make 1,130 in an hour. Even though I reckon you could do more, you were looking at 300k. So exactly what I said earlier. Probably only going to be around about 100k with a use, but redwoods would definitely be a lot. So I'll see you when they have all sold. So as you can see, the U-bird houses have sold. They sold for exactly what I put them in for, 1105. Means we haven't made an awful lot of money, but we have made some money nonetheless. So we're going to collect these. Go ahead and collect this, and then go and get the money out of the bank. So here we have, I've withdrawn the money that we had left over. So that means in that money making method there, we actually only made around about 70k profit, which is absolutely abysmal. I mean, this video itself has been quite successful. Gone from just over a mil, so 1.07 mil to 1.51 mil. So we've gained 450k in this episode. But that last money making method there was absolutely useless. Unless you've got 90 crafting and you're doing the redwood ones, don't bother doing them at all. But we ended up with 1514214. So 1.5 mil, 8 hours in. If we can somehow get to about the 5 mil mark by the end of hour 12, halfway through, I think I'd be pretty happy, don't get me wrong. But I feel like we could be doing something a bit better. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. Do not do the birdhouses. Categorically so much better ones out there. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, all the love, all the support is greatly, greatly appreciated. Don't forget to get involved in the giveaway, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.